Hello, and welcome back. I'm your host, Lord Scorpio. Thank you so much for staying tuned. So, as of lately, I've been covering the political tarot readings, and today I might take a break on that. I have some other things to take care of, but in a sense, this is sort of political because we're dealing with government officials, but this right here is a little personal. Today, I will be talking about a few. Actually, I changed my mind. This is slightly political. I really wasn't trying to go there, but sometimes politics seems to be the surrounding subject of quite a few issues. So, we're going to be talking about DCFS. My experience with DCFS, how I've been treated, how my children have been treated, and the ongoing saga of willful sexual abuse and neglect from DCFS agencies' involvement by allowing these things to happen. As I've previously discussed and posted before in the community section, that DCFS has an invasion of pedophiles that are working with the agency. Somehow they have come through the back door of the agency. They've gained license, possibly through someone who is slipping them through the system. There are avenues in which this is occurring. I'm hearing a horn going off, so that's confirmation, universal confirmation. Those who do believe in confirmation, you'll understand. Those who don't, you may not understand what I mean by universal confirmation by hearing a confirmed interception of what it is that is being discussed. So I want to talk about how the situation with DCFS occurred with the actual judge. I want to talk about the active social worker who has lied quite a few times. I came forward last year in August, made a police report, and Los Angeles County Police is actually under investigation for failing to write a report. Failing to report a missing child. I have been asking the agency I haven't seen my children in several years. I have complied with the court orders. I've been to the hearings. I've done everything that has been required of me. I have taken all the necessary classes and what have you, and everything is complete. They still are refusing to comply with me. They've selectively, parentally alienated me from my children. And that is because their agenda was to have my children involved in sex trafficking. My daughter, who is 18 now, has timed out. I know, I don't look that old to have a 18-year-old. And thank you. I take that as a compliment. My daughter is 18 now, and would you believe they haven't contacted me not one time to update me on her whereabouts? Just even let me know, hey, we acknowledge that your daughter has timed out. We haven't located her, or she is in the system. They haven't said absolutely anything. And I've been communicating back and forth with these people. I've been to all of the hearings, and recently, as of December, they actually had a hearing without my knowledge. They hired an independent attorney to represent me, who I respectfully declined because I can legally defend myself. To the point where they are completely, to the point where they have no control of me, because I do a very good job at legally defending myself, to the point of winning the case, the fabricated case of child abuse that they have placed upon my reputation. The fact of the matter is they are abiding by an agenda. They don't care if I don't fit the narrative of child abuse. They will falsely accuse you. Somehow that seems to be their agenda and their job. Okay? So pretty much DCFS has turned into a human trafficking, sex trafficking system. Okay? It's very unfortunate that this agency has a very dark side and secrets to them. And when they select a child, a family, there is absolutely nothing you can do to, it sounds like a train. That's another universal confirmation. I don't know if you heard that. There's absolutely nothing you can seem to do to appease these people. Even when you comply, they still systematically reject you. And you have to ask, well, what else is there? Well, it's systematic and political abuse. That's the agenda. I end up relocating out of Los Angeles County into San Luis Obispo, or actually Paso Robles, which isn't far off from San Luis Obispo, mid-state California. Right? Smack dab in the middle. Their agenda with African American children and families is to take them into custody and immediately put them on psychotropic medication. They put my son on psychotropic medication when he was 4 years old, claiming something was wrong with him. Even lied and said he had a speech impediment. He literally had just turned 4, so he was 3 and turned 4. And they were accusing him of having some type of psychological issues and verbal speech issues, and very interesting. My son is bilingual, or was bilingual. I don't know if they kept up with that, but he was bilingual. He wasn't fluent in Spanish, but he had a Latina caregiver as well as a Latina family that was very good to us. We love them dearly. We really do. They were the best thing that ever happened to us. Okay? They were good to me and my children. Respectable people. Okay? He was bilingual. And I don't know if some of you have had any experience with someone who raised their child to speak English, but as a young child, 3 turning 4, learning English language as well as Spanish. When they start speaking, it's probably going to sound like something in between. It's going to sound like, most likely, a foreigner trying to speak English. And they call that a speech impediment. That's because they weren't willing to learn and understand me or my children. They were more interested in condemning me to be an abuser, a neglectful parent. Okay? I complied with these people for an entire year before they took my children. They found out I had a Section 8 voucher for Hawaii, and they stepped in and literally detained my children. I showed up to a usual court hearing, and an officer, actually, her name is Maribel Romero, Los Angeles County Sheriff, working out of the Carson Sheriff Station. Because they interfered so aggressively, I'm not going to deny that I was having preteen issues with my daughter. I was raising my daughter to be well educated, in which she was. and respectable. And I'm sorry, I'm going to have to throw you under the rug right now. Her father, along with his girlfriend, bad talked me, disrespected me, when I wasn't having no considerable income from him. He wasn't, let me backtrack. Let me keep it clean. Let's just say they were ganging up on me unnecessarily. She wasn't interested in my daughter coming to visit her father at times because they lived together, and she wanted to be about her family, and if he had wanted to spend time with his daughter, it was best that he have his own place. So, whatever personal issues they had going on, it fell over into my personal life that had nothing to do with me. So the jealousy, okay, the envy, for whatever reason, okay, I have a beautiful daughter, and she's educated. There probably was some hate there, and she looks just like her father. Some say she looks like me. So there probably was some hate going on, but that wasn't even my concern. It became a concern when you tried to turn my daughter against me, and her behavior became affected. She became disrespectful. I'm not sure if that was her. That's why it's not good to bad talk parents in front of children, because when you try to make your child decide who to love, who to respect, then you start unknowingly, you create developmental issues, behavior problems, conflicts unnecessary with the other parent. And that's exactly what happened. So she became very much, she had a strong defense or a rebuttal. And it got out of hand. Okay? Now, with that being said, that wasn't initially why DCF, well, at one point, yes, it was. And then the case was closed. Then the case was reopened another time. But it wasn't because of her. It was because of someone else's shady ass family who was once again jealous. Jealousy seems to be a reoccurring theme in my life. Most of my problems, that's why I spend a lot of time alone. Most of my problems are third party. That's why I don't deal with people, because people are problematic. People are drama. If you're good looking, people want to start some shit. If you seem to have something going for yourself, they want to tear it down. Okay? So it seems to be a reoccurring thing. That's why I don't deal with anybody. It seems like the less people I deal with, the more success I have in my life. Until somebody else comes along. Bad business, then yeah. The government, then yeah. So anyways, let's fast forward. DCFS got involved and gave her a power that she didn't deserve. She wasn't being abused. She was being rebellious. Therefore, it was a conflict of interest when they got involved. They took power from me and gave it to a child. I never disempowered my child. Ever. But everybody knows, and there's quite a few people that have experienced this over the course of years, that when you give a child a certain amount of power, it says your parent can't discipline you, and if they do, we're going to put them in jail and blah, blah, blah. You know the scare tactics they were using on parents. And then what happens? Outside of my situation, what happens? The child rebels even more and becomes out of control. It hasn't proven to date. It has not been proven that is successful. Sorry. It has not been proven to be successful. It's completely the opposite. Or when they try those methods, they really apply them on the wrong parents. So when you don't have a problem, they actually end up creating a problem. That seems to be the reoccurring issue or scenario that I've experienced, that I've seen or I witnessed throughout history. I've seen it happen to others, and it happened to myself. So she decided that she was going to rebel in certain ways that were not to my approval, that actually went against her safety. And she decided one day that she was going to shoplift. I never had this issue with her. I don't steal. I don't go around shoplifting and stealing, and that's not my style. And nobody can say that I'm a thief, because I don't go around stealing. I don't care what anybody tries to incriminate or say about my reputation. They can't say I'm a thief. Other than this case that they got going on, talking about I stole the car, the motherfucking government know you set me up and you've been after me. You motherfuckers are still after me. Stop acting like you don't know. And any issues that we need to hash out, it will be discussed in court. As it will. So let's get back to the subject. I don't have a criminal history, just for the record. I want to say that again. So back to the subject. She decides that she's going to go to Target and steal a bathing suit, a bikini. I guess because I still wanted her to, she was 13 at the time, I am protective of my children. I wanted her to still wear a one piece. Sorry. Hide those assets. That's just me being the protective mother that I am. And she was not okay with that. She took the opportunity to go steal a bikini. They called me. She got caught. She's not a professional thief. It was experimental. They called me and said, we have your daughter here and what is that, risk management or something in there? I forgot what they're called, but I can't think of the word right now. But they said, we have your daughter and we wanted to let you know that you can come get her. We're not going to press any charges. I thought that was so sweet, so gracious. Because she does have an innocence about her, but she's naughty. Okay? I said no problem. I had already been experiencing her just leaving the home without notice, being gone and not coming back. And I think that week she had stole my gold necklace. So when they called me, she had came back home. And then when they called me and said they have her, I was just disgusted. So I called the police. I called the sheriffs. I said, excuse me, I need you to meet me down there. I was hoping that they could do a scared straight tactic. You know, get her, hold her for about 24 hours, and then maybe I go pick her up and, you know, see if she learned anything, see if she's scared straight. You know how they do on the TV shows. So they sent an officer, Miss Maribel Romero, and she wanted to get there and threaten me. If you don't put these kids in your car and go home, I have my son. If you don't put these kids in your car and go home, I'm going to contact DCFS on you. And I'm like, I called you to help me. What the hell you threatening me for? Yes, that's a threat. I call you for help, and your response is to make a personal threat against me, to have me and my children under an investigation with DCFS? No, that's called public abuse. Official abuse, however you want to look at it. I told her, mind you, I'm already involved with DCFS, so I immediately was a completely and utterly offended, disgusted. I told her, hold that thought. I stepped away and I contacted her watchman. He came. Complete gentleman. Professional. Without the shenanigans. He explained to me that they don't do any scared straight tactics. That's just for TV. They don't do any holds or anything like that. And he understands what I'm going through. And, you know, ultimately, there's nothing they can do. And just have a good night, miss. You know, not a problem, sir. I understand. Now I understand, communicate with me that these are tactics that the police department or the sheriff's do. They do not perform. I understand English. I don't understand dysfunction. I become very alarmed with dysfunction. And when I'm alarmed, I have to take an effort to defend myself at all cost. So contacting her supervisor, I felt would protect me. One, gaining further communication, and two, protecting me for any further harassment, because that was harassment. That was a threat. We went our separate ways. She decided to go behind both of our backs and sent a report to DCFS, who DCFS did not investigate. They were just so happy. Ooh, great, we have something. You know why? Because they were actually getting big bonuses for taking children. So they actually lie in their reports. There are multiple families who are witness of them lying in their reports. HBO actually did an investigation or some sort of special, investigating to see, what's going on behind DCFS, behind the walls, speaking with the social workers. And there were social workers that were crying in an interview and just, admitting and sad that they were being forced to take children who they were not entitled to take. They admitted to destroying families. Short and simple. So when I went for my usual hearing, they called my case. I walked in with both of my babies. And Steff Padilla, who was the presiding judge, said, "Detain the children." Now, my daughter hears that and automatically knows that doesn't sound very good. She decides to take her brother by the hand and run out of the courtroom. This judge created a complete calamity. She completely violated my due process. This courthouse was the same courthouse that was hearing the cases of the two young boys that I also posted their pictures in my community section, who were, both photos show them in intensive care or quote unquote presumably dead. So if some of you are not familiar with those two cases of the two boys that were in DCFS custody or care or under their caseload during that time, it was from the same county, same courthouse. Okay. This same courthouse decided that it was okay to violate my due process, or Steff Padilla did. I decided it was best for me to go ahead and legally battle it out. I asked her, what grounds do she have? She stated she received a report from DCFS, whom the officer Maribel Romero submitted a report stating that I was violent and dangerous. Well, now, wow, isn't that something? You would think that if I was violent and dangerous, I would presumably be in jail, right? Especially with a watch commander present. At Target with cameras. They actually let me get away with being violent and dangerous. What an understatement. Or overstatement, depending on how you look at it. So, I told her that is completely false. There is no proof of evidence of that, and it never occurred. She asked me, was there a police report? Absolutely not. I called the police. How am I acting violent and dangerous and I'm obeying the law? I'm calling the authorities. So now I know, don't call the police. I was once a believer that the police would help you in some instances. I wasn't just a police calling individual, but I do believe that if you need help or assistance, it's okay to call when, when you need some peace, you need some help, some assistance. They are there for assistance. Don't get it twisted. It's just sometimes you may not get the appropriate assistant because the appropriate individual just won't show up. All cops are not bad cops. But let's not forget a lot of the individuals who are involved with the Brotherhood do work for them. So you never know what you're going to get. So anyways, she then puts it off. I go back to the station. I write this officer up. Excuse me. We got to put something in her file because she's ruining my life. The officer, the watchman commander said no. What was reported is false. It didn't occur, and I'm sorry that happened. I think he wrote a commencement, not a commencement. How do you say this? He put something in her file. He said every time when she's up for review, when we open her file, this is what we will see before they, I don't know, give her a raise or grant, if she wants to advance her position. It's in her file. It's part of her reputation. They get to see who they really working with. This woman, she was able to keep her job after this. After she caused 2 children to be illegally detained without due process. They put my children in a home with, they put my children in a foster home where they forced my 4-year-old to, they forced my 4-year-old to share a room with a 17-year-old boy. 4-year-old boy to share a room with a 17-year-old boy. That's also against DCFS regulations. That's too big of an age gap. Too big. Putting my son unnecessarily in the way of sexual abuse. This teen had also made advances towards my daughter, who she did report that information to me and said that she was pretty much disgusted as well and she wanted to go. During that time, they also had a dog who, while they were all watching TV, the dog decides to jump up and bite my son in the face. And of course, my daughter quickly reacted and she kicked the dog off of her brother. This information gets back. They were only there for 3 days during that time period. I was called back to court, mind you. We were living outside of that jurisdiction while this case went on for about a year. And they refused to transfer the case. So we had to travel about an hour and a half to the courthouse several times. Twice a month, once a month. I think it was like twice a month or once a month, something like that. It was consistent for over a year. Knowing that I was outside of their jurisdiction, they were still refusing to transfer the case. Because they placed false allegations on me in order to keep the case open. And they didn't want anybody to know. So that when this issue happened, when they illegally detained my children, they were outside of the jurisdiction. And they really didn't want anyone to know that they were holding on to this case without transferring it to Los Angeles County. When they became aware that there was an incident where the dog jumped on my son, the dog was unprovoked. They didn't quarantine the dog to see if the dog was safe to be around children. They completely swept the issue under the rug. They completely swept the issue under the rug that they didn't have adequate housing to place my children. While holding on to my children, they thought that was okay. To have my son in a room with sleeping with a 17-year-old teenager who was not a relative and who was making sexual advances. They were relocated somewhere else, and the lady had animals, and I guess they asked her to put the animals up, and She didn't want the animals to be put up. She wanted her animals to roam free. It was just a bad situation where someone had a dog that was not family oriented around children. And so when they made request to another foster parent, could they put their dog up? It was out of the question. So then the lady asked to have the children removed. She's tired of keeping her dogs in the room. That's what she said. Seems like a nice lady. But she just had her own personal request and issues. So thereafter, they claimed that there was limited housing. They split my children apart. I clearly believe, and first of all, let's pan back. There actually was a court order to keep them together. So when they split them apart, they violated their own court order and put them in two separate homes. I feel that this was part of the plan. This is how issues really started with my daughter running away and being gone for 6 months at a time and things like that. Very long periods of time, for a year. It became ridiculous. This is how they placed my son in abusive foster homes that refused to provide water. When I was on the call, she would interrupt the call, and the social Eddie Lee foster care was continuously putting him on psychotropic medication that was interfering with his health as well as his education. This actual medication actually causes heart attack and seizures. And it was completely unnecessary for them to continue to keep him on psychotropic medication. At one point, his counselor had indicated to the courts in writing that it was not necessary for him to continue on medication. His teachers had even made a rebuttal about it interfering with his education. He's not able to focus on the medication. This child was very, very advanced physically and intellectually. You can see where a child is bright, learning, and still in a developmental stage, not able to express, but you can see in the physical expression on, on an operational level, you can see that, wow, this child really is intelligent, advanced. And you can't wait to see how, they blossom. Well, they completely ruined him. Completely destroyed the credibility of my son. My son was looking frail. He lost weight while in their custody and care. He would beg to come home. And during that time, they completely lost touch with my daughter. She'd actually got captured and was involved in sex trafficking. Someone had her and did not let her go. And when she was returned, when she was able to resurface, they had a criminal hearing. They said they captured the guy that presumably had my daughter. Could you believe they did not allow me to come to any of the criminal hearings? They only contacted me after the hearings were over. Completely hid any details or information of what happened to her. Okay? This is DCFS. Meanwhile, I'm complying and I'm at every hearing, and this is how they did me. Shadow banned me from my own child. Okay? And so interesting. They made a series, a TV show called Euphoria, where there were some details of what happened to her. After she resurfaced several years, um, she had a big tattoo on her face. There's a scene in Euphoria where I believe it's Rue who I've seen the series one time, but Rue had ran away and was the in the presence of a gangster who had a lot of tattoos on his face. And I think he had given Rue fentanyl. So the last time I seen my daughter, she had a huge tattoo on her face. It went from her ear to kind of like the top of her forehead. It was on the side of her face. Somebody wrote very large on her face. And guess what they wrote? Patience. Wow. To me, that sounds like somebody put a hit on my child to have her kidnapped. What does an underage child, teenager, know about patience? Who would desire to write that on someone's face? That sounds like someone of the occult who is sending a very dark and deep message to me. And maybe even her. A torture, that's like a means of torture. Be patient. Endure this. Okay? Whatever type of abuse, to any type of extent. And DCFS hid that. They didn't update their picture in their database. They hid the fact. They've hid every single abuse that occurred to my child. They are guilty. They didn't take any accountability. All they did was cover up all the abuse that occurred to me and my children. They're there to help and preserve families. They did completely the opposite. I still don't know where my daughter is. The last time I got a call from my daughter, she called me out of the blue. She says, "Mom, I'm safe. I'm here." I said, "Where are you?" She says, "I'm at this place." And I said, "Okay." I said, "You feel okay?" And she kind of paused and she said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, I'm going to come see you. I'm glad you're getting help." She said she was in DCFS care. They had her at a lockdown facility. It wasn't jail. It was just a place where I guess teenagers that like to run away or, have certain issues, they take them there. So I said, "I'm going to come see you." And then they had the nerve to tell me that I couldn't see my own child. A few weeks later, it couldn't have been no more than 2 or 3 weeks later, they said she had run away. I said, "Excuse me?" They said, "Yes, she escaped the facility." Now, if that doesn't sound like a setup, I don't know what is. It sounds like some more inside work. If she escaped, wouldn't she call me and say, "I'm out of there"? Anything. No. Absolutely nothing. They kidnapped my daughter and continued to hold her for ransom. Years go by, and I'm finding out that she's actually under the care, or not even care. She's being subject to sexual abuse and imprisonment in a LA County official's home. Long Beach, excuse me. During the same time, I'm discovering that my son had been involved in sex trafficking. Identifying the location, that's also in my community section. Identifying perpetrators. Maxwell, how do you say her name? Jelstein? Maxwell. As well as recently, this past week, I seen Weinstein. What's his name? Harvey Weinstein. Both of these people are supposed to be in jail, and they're not. Which means that the police department, they have people that are part of the occult, pedophilia occult, that are part of the police department. Or the person that is running this pedophilia occult works at, or is an officer for, is a sheriff officer. It's scary to know that there is a pedophilia creep that is running the police stations, running the jails and the prisons. But it shouldn't surprise me because men actually get raped in jail. So yeah, it has to be some creep that is organizing this and allowing this to happen. I think people should be able to go to jail and do the time without actually being subject to rape. People should they don't encourage people to have the desire to really rehabilitate themselves. It's very discouraging, it's very cold, and it's cruel. And I'm sure it's cruel for a reason so people can learn their lesson, but I think the better lesson is to rehabilitate people into better people so they can be a better person for themselves and for the world. Instead, it's very regressive. I've been told it's like being on the street. There is no difference. You're just behind bars. And you might even learn a few extra things in there. So, if they really want to help change lives for people who have the ability to be rehabilitated back into society, they should, I think they should, there's different things that they can do on reforming the system. There's also been a study that there's sex trafficking that is going on in the female prisons as well. Female prisoners are coming up pregnant, and they're being forced to have abortions or put their babies up for adoption. So, and these are the guards that are doing this. So, rape, human trafficking, it's orchestrated inside and outside. What I also discovered is that the person that has my daughter, it's either that person impregnated her or somebody else impregnated her, and that person has her under watch. But she is in captive in official care. And because people are I'm sorry, I gotta go ahead and go there. Because no one's speaking about where my daughter's whereabouts is, you all aren't servicing with my son, and I've given you ample amount of information to go off, and you're turning me down, and then want to impregnate my child. Have her have the baby, and then take the baby for a celebrity to raise. I'm completely appalled. And since nobody's saying anything and you guys want to act silent and all that shit, whoever you are, Leo, you still acting like you don't know what's going on, we're going to have to go ahead and put this out there. Rihanna, you need to get in touch with the police. Because we need to know who this Leo is and who gave you this baby, who came up with the plan. I need to know. Who is it? Because I'm not about to settle for no silence. Now, I understand you may not know, but there's still a problem. Matter of fact, I got a problem with officials that's been listening and they're not taking appropriate action. So I'm about to do a reading because I'm disgusted that everybody acting like they don't know what the fuck time it is. You knew when you got that contract that wasn't your baby. Period. Sorry. It wasn't successful for you, for your get rich scheme to go successful. That ain't my problem. What is my concern, what is my problem, is discovering where my children's whereabouts is. You may not know where my son is, but you know something about my grandchild. And you may know something about my daughter. But whatever it is, if you don't get with the motherfucking police, I'm going to take their ass down and I'm going to make them get with you. Because you need to let them know who the fuck this Leo is that's trying to hand you over a baby that you know that ain't even yours. Get the fuck out of here with that fake ass belly. So let's get into this. I try not to comfort you, but I don't fuck with silence. See, I do it when it's beneficial. When it's not beneficial, it ain't hit no shit. And when it ain't hit no shit, that means somebody is too quiet. Too many motherfucking crickets. Okay? Too many crickets. And I'm not with that. So if y'all keep acting like y'all don't motherfucking know, it's going to continue to be a motherfucking problem. Believe that. I try not to throw you under the bus, but these motherfuckers done worked my nerves. I'm tired of the motherfucking rejection. I'm tired of y'all acting like ain't shit going on. There's a whole lot going on. But it's a good thing they rerouted your ass. Where you going? You going somewhere for this, what is that, for some lipstick or some shit? Yeah, it's a good thing they switched it up. I guess the bigger surprise is in a couple of months when that baby's supposed to drop, when everybody's supposed to see, you know, what that baby looking like, who baby it is. Just know it better not be mine. Sound like they're probably going to give you a different surrogate mother, huh? See, they mad they got to pay. They got to pay double now. They got to pay you and whoever to take care of some other random baby. Some random baby they done stole or something. Sex trafficking baby. Then they probably got to tell whoever else got the baby now, they got to pay them. So now they paying out double. Huh? From what I read from the cards this week, you ain't got no proof of no ultrasound. Figure that. Yeah, I'm tired of keeping quiet about this shit. I think I've been patient enough. Let's get into this. So we got Veronica Chung. This is a social worker who I reported this abuse. I called and reported this abuse back in August. She claimed she moved my son from the foster care home where my son was being sexually abused. She actually claimed she did not do a welfare check, which means she refused to do an investigation on sexual abuse with my son. And instead, she lied to a supervisor and said she did a video chat with my son. And she asked him if he was being sexually abused, and she said he laughed. Well, how do you call a child on a video chat on the phone and ask him is he being sexually abused, knowing you asking him personal questions inside a home where he is possibly being abused? So you failed my child, and obviously he laughed at your dumb ass because he think this is a joke. You're a joke. And then now you want to call, and then you want to lie, not contact me, not make sure you got my updated information or anything. Oh, and I've been dealing with LA County Board. They got my updated information. So when y'all had this hearing back in December, and you didn't give me the actual notice to appear, the police had already had reports on sexual abuse. So yeah, I guess you was surprised when I pressed up on the police station, huh? And asking why they not following through with this investigation. Now they under investigation for not investigating your sorry ass. And then now you want to try to call me, act like you've been looking for me. You ain't been looking for me. You've been looking for your damn self. You've been looking for your brain, because obviously you're not operating on the same frequency as me. Because if so, you would have been able to be in contact with me a whole year ago. Almost a year ago, August. Yeah. I went through your child abuse hotline to have them contact you, third party. It's already in the system, and you still didn't call me? I went through several people. Everybody know but you. You had no respect to call me and give me no update or reassure me how my son was. And then I later find out you moved him. And then I spoke to you, a week or two ago, and you say he's never been moved? So now you lying. And you say you never investigated. It wasn't a referral. They didn't even put a referral. So when I reported sexual abuse, they generalized it, so you didn't even investigate it. It wasn't even investigated. So you didn't investigate it. You didn't call me back. You never moved him, which means he remained in a sexually exploitive home for almost a year now. And then you want to try to have a court hearing and not invite me? And because the police start contacting you, pressing the issue, then you want to have her call me. Bitch, for what? I'm confused. I'm not lost. And you still didn't contact me. You had another social worker drive 4 hours away to Paso Robles to an address I haven't lived at in over 3 years. He didn't call before he came. You had somebody drive out there like I'm undercover living there or something. Like I don't want to be found. You had him drive 4 hours away, not call before he came, and then talking about he's here. You made no attempts of contacting me to reassure him that he was even going to the right place. I think you're a lost cause and you're a liar. You're not even licensed, from what I'm understanding. And this degree ain't really helping you right now, because evidently you don't give a fuck about my child. And we're going to find out what the fuck is up with you. We're going to backtrack with Steff Padilla and your supervisor, Kristina. Yeah, she don't give a fuck either. Because when I was living in Paso Robles, none of y'all came to my house. None of y'all came to verify the conditions. Y'all want to show up at my door unannounced 3 years later? You're 3 years late. Yeah. 3 years late? That's a whole lot. You ain't looking for me. You couldn't be. You couldn't be. You couldn't be. There's been a whole lot of hearings that didn't happen since then, and I done showed up to all of them, except for this last one in December where I was not properly notified. And then you want to put it on my sorry ass attorney and all that. He still ain't contacted me. So who did show up to the hearing? And then you want to put it off until June. How is he going to show up to a hearing? None of this is making even sense. I don't even know if he showed up. Did he show up to the hearing? Frank Oliver? Because y'all acting like I can't be found. The LA County Board, they got my information. They know. The police station, they got it. They know. When I called you in August and I left my information with the child abuse hotline and I gave them that report, they know. I'm not hard to find. I think you're a joke. And for some reason, y'all think I am. But I'm gonna let you know how much. I'm gonna let you know how much of a game this ain't. I'm gonna show you who joking and who serious. Veronica Chung, social worker, and Kristina, this your supervisor. Yeah, Kristina, you was playing games when I was living in Paso Robles. Y'all didn't transfer that case to Paso Robles. This is the second time, mind you. When they did take my kids, I was already in LA County. I went to LA County courts and told them they need to transfer this DCFS case. This lady just took my children without due process. They transferred the case. And Steff Padilla got off the bench and transferred an hour and a half away just to continue to harass me. Yes, you did. And then when I got my housing and I moved to Paso Robles, not one time did any of these social workers come to my house during the entire time I stayed there. Okay? They didn't want to acknowledge that I had a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, upstairs, downstairs apartment for my children. Beautiful. They was too busy hating. So either they're for family or against, because I can't tell. Look like they're against because they didn't really give a fuck. They didn't transfer the case. I asked them to transfer the case so that my children can visit and come home on the weekends or whatever to successfully transition. I created a petition. Meanwhile, I got Trump stealing my shit and initiating and stealing money. It was all kind of shit going on. Then when it kicked me out of motherfucking housing, because they want to continue to pretend that I'm not shit. No, fuck you. That's why your ass got kicked out the White House. I don't feel sorry for you, because you didn't give a fuck about me. Get your kids and get the fuck out. So anyways, let's talk about this. Let's talk about Steff Padilla. Yeah, let me get back to this. But Kristina, she played the whole time. Gave me attitude, disrespectful. Hung up in my face. She's a menace to motherfucking society. This person shouldn't even work with family or children. She's a fucking demon. Kristina Molchiviic. Yeah, you sound like a motherfucking, what do you call that? Vatican or some shit. You sound like a female Vatican. You probably motherfucking a Mason, a wicked ass Mason. You probably a pedophile yourself. I don't know. You evil as fuck. Period. Meanwhile, I had the universe step in. There was excessive rain, flooding, fires, and mudslides. I'm going to have the images here on the video for you to see. They had me travel 4 hours away consistently. They ruined my vehicle. They were so jealous I had a place for my children and had the potential of winning my children back, that they increased the hearings. I had to drive 4 hours. Yes. From Paso Robles to Los Angeles County, over a year. They refused to transfer the case. It's the second time I was outside of the district and they refused to transfer it. And this is after I complied with everything that they requested of me. Everything. And you have proof because it went to the motherfucking state, and that sorry ass state DCFS state attorneys or attorneys and the motherfucking judges are all in cahoots. And passed it back down. They made no decision and passed it back down. They're all corrupt. Like they didn't want to touch it, they passing it back. And y'all did not fix it. You continued on with corruption. Yes, you did. You had me drive a whole year, 4 hours back and forth. Yes, you did. You ruined my vehicle. My vehicle wasn't brand new. It wasn't shitty either. But you dragged me back and forth. 4 hours down, 4 hours back. Twice a month? Yeah, you was trying to wear me out so I would walk away from my children, and it didn't happen. I drove my car until the motherfucking wheels fall off, bitch. And I do it again and again, and I drive to the motherfucking moon, ho. You better believe it. Again and again. You thought you was the shit dragging me. Until that motherfucking the mudslides, that rain, everything, and that shit caught on fire. Yeah, that was the universe that stepped in. Fucked up all of Santa Barbara and them small towns and shit. I couldn't even drive through. God said, oh, hold on. You're not about to drag my baby through this shit. I don't know who you think you is. And you were the cause of mass destruction because of your motherfucking disobedience. You caused how many motherfucking horses died behind your ass? 20, 30? You know? The news know? People lost their homes behind your raggedy ass. Them motherfucking them firefighters were out there fighting that fire. It was unknown explosions occurring. They said they even seen shit coming from out of the sky. Quote me on that. There was a spiritual war that was happening because of you. DCFS. Your discrimination and abuse. You cause people to lose their homes, their animals, everything they motherfucking love because of your negligence, and you still not listening. And better believe your ass, if you don't listen now, you will, because it ain't over. If you ain't God, you can still get God. If you ain't God, you can still get God. And I'm hands-free, honey. I ain't got to touch you. Because I know a greater source that'll spiff your ass up real nice. If he ain't already done so. We talking about mass destruction. I contacted LA County Board then. They did absolutely nothing. Only time they did something is when I called them and I told them the reason this shit is happening with these wildfires, mudslides, and excessive flooding and rains. I'm talking about blocked off the whole 101 freeway. Couldn't nobody even take that route. It was so much fire that shit was shut down. Out of commission. For days. Oprah lost her home. I think Ellen DeGeneres. They know. They know. And counting. I called them and let them know it's impossible for me to get through these conditions to get to my child. And the reason that this is happening is because you all are disobedient. That was the only time they put it off and held off from the hearing until the circumstances had changed. Their conditions had changed. But they still did not transfer it. Okay? Refused to do the right thing. They had the audacity to name this fire the Wrigley Fire. Mind you, there was a chairman, LA County Board member, Mark Wrigley Thomas. He's still a sitting member. I don't know if has anything changed with you, Mr. Wrigley. I don't know. At the time, he was the chairman. They had the audacity as a slap in the face. DCFS, he don't, first of all, he's a board member. He's not DCFS. They named this extreme destructive wildfire, what they call it, the Thomas Fire. It was a blatant slap in the face because he was the sitting chairman. But they know they were the cause of the destruction. See, that's what they'll do. And mind you, Mark Wrigley Thomas is African American. They didn't mind doing the abuse and blaming it on him. As a sitting chairman, he could have taken responsibility and made them transfer the shit. Get it out of here then. If it's doing all this and y'all motherfuckers acting crazy, you ain't even abiding by the motherfucking rules and the law, get it out of here. He didn't. And that's probably why they didn't mind putting this shit on him. Because he's saying this shit is up under your watch and you allowed it and you didn't do shit. So when it did go down, they named that fire after him. Let's go ahead and get into this reading. Let's look at the history. I'm going to touch on Steff, Padilla, Veronica, and Kristina. Yeah. Because Kristina, you was talking all that shit when I was out there, treating me like a piece of shit. I want to know how you feel right now. Let's hit this Steff Padilla. Steff Padilla, the first card to come out, it looks like you're fired. It says the truth has been restored. You were doing the devil's work. Looks like you left it behind. Yeah, you were physically rejected. It looks like they also removed you. What's at the bottom of the deck? We have unjustifiably cultivating. Yeah. And it says you're supposed to be in jail. You might even be facing jail time once this information comes out. Or you should be. You possibly escape jail time? You tell me. It looked like you are no longer a sitting commissioner. Also, the history of Steff Padilla, her and her husband were actually removing children and putting them into her home. That's against the law. You cannot have a job as a sitting commissioner where you are removing children and you are taking part in the business privately. You cannot do that. You have to, either you're going to be the commissioner or you're going to be a foster parent. You can't be both. You can't remove children and then put them in your home. That's I don't even know what the hell that is. That's human trafficking. Okay. Pictures are also being posted. You'll see that in the video. You'll see Steff Padilla and her husband and the children that were removed. You also see a couple of photos where people are claiming there are other DCFS, Los Angeles County judges that were committing the same kind of crime as Steff Padilla, who are not favored in California. So let's take a look at this. What energy did you want to come out for Steff Padilla, please? What energy did you want to come out? It says wiping data. Looks like there could have been some communication or yeah, it looks like some documents in the computer. And also, I was filing my own paperwork. I was so good at representing myself. I was filing my paperwork. My paperwork was coming up missing in the filing department at the courts. I actually had to file a complaint that somebody keeps stealing my filings. It wasn't making it to the courtroom. I mean, and I think I had this judge removed from my case. After a while, I did have her removed, and she's still in the filing room stealing my shit. So I mean, it was ridiculous. I had to write Miss Bacon, excuse me, can you stop stealing my documentation so it can properly be filed and acknowledged? Not Miss Bacon steal it, but I was writing to Miss Bacon to tell her that you need to find and investigate who's stealing my shit. They had to reorganize the filing department because somebody's sneaking up in there. And to me, I feel it was her. We're going to find out who the fuck it was, though. But it looked like they wiped data. They terminated her and wiped the data, or something about this. They're hiding information on cases because it looked like she didn't hold the rights to do what she did. A lot of stuff was illegal, which is why I went public with mine. So they probably investigated and realized it's too high. You got to go. I don't know what she do right now, but she ain't up in there. We have ESCARS, Electronic Suspected Child Abuse Reporting System. A lot of information was imported, and it says losses. They tallied up how many losses, and we have liquidation. I don't know if these are assets, imports and assets liquidated. I don't know, maybe she's even losing her home and might even file some bankruptcy. I don't know. It looks like maybe she no longer works there. And I guess after a while, when they started getting rid of children, when I went public, they did start, they slowed down on stealing children. That became apparent. But what is apparent is that with black children, they are doping them up with psychotropic medication to get state funding. So it's not it's a conspiracy, but it's not a conspiracy. It's the truth that they are using black families in order to create state funding and dollars. They don't mind destroying families, especially black people, because that is the agenda. It looks like the Department of Health and Human Services was not paying attention and allowed a great deal of negligence to happen. And we also have bankruptcy here, so it has been confirmed. They probably ran out of money when they had to slow down when I went public. So it looks like they were already running out of money, which is why they started stealing children in order to generate an income. Especially you started putting them on psychotropic medication in order to bring in more state funding. We also have tax invasion. There was a crackdown on this. There was an internal investigation. And we also have mail fraud. So, of course, she is okay. So she was stealing my legal documents. It says work piling up. So it looks like fraud was piling up. What's at the bottom of the deck? Out of commission. Yeah, put them out of commission for a while. Or she's out of commission. We also have SpaceX. Stock corruption. So DCFS, there's some stocks in DCFS foster system. Wow. Who would have ever known? So you guys have stocks on children? SpaceX. Why are you here, SpaceX? Making a strong statement, change of plans. Yeah, I went public and it changed the game. You guys had a poor reputation. You guys jumped the gun when you initiated my children into the crap. Yeah, you were unauthorized to do so. And it says Democrat. Yeah, the Democrats have their nose in it. Yeah, and didn't want to act like you weren't looking for any problems. Yes, you were. It says a whole year you had me pissed off and you didn't give a fuck. And then all of a sudden when shit hit the fan, you weren't looking for any problems. Yes, you was. Something 48 hours in a couple of days, Capricorn quit. Yeah, so they quit. They were excessive with children and family. Then I guess they slowed down and letting it go. It was out of this world. They were creating problems out of this world. Yeah. I actually made a review. And unbeknownst to me, I had 84 people that actually liked it. I don't think I've ever made a review public and got 84 likes. Talking about these people, how they committed fraud against my family. That means 84 people had been a victim of just like me. I think they even muted the likes to where people can stop liking it. Because, of course, they shadow ban me wherever I go. They hate my credibility because it makes them look bad. Anyways. So we have, vacate once again, credible proof, yeah. This business completely slowed down. I wouldn't be surprised if they shut down. Yeah, it says, wow, crazy. It shut down twice, yeah. It says it's crazy. The operation is too crazy and it's rigged. That's the message, that it needs to be shut down. It's shut down twice here. That's confirmed. Then we have crazy and rigged. So that's the message. It's a crazy organization that needs to be shut down. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. They're abusing children and the privilege to take care of them. We have dirty officials. that have seen what have went involved and have seen what has gone on, conspired with the enemy, just sloppy with the children. It says a lot of people need to be arrested. You have a lot of polar opposites, people that are not, that should not be in that business, that are in that business. So we have a lot of corruption and pedophiles and just crookedness. It says they investigated the children and are in disbelief. So a lot of information has come out. Okay? Yeah. They're due royalties. That's what it says. Yeah. They struck out with the children. They did not do what was promised to these babies. And, all right. So, she's gone. Steff Padilla is gone. She's no longer in commission. Where is she now? It says credible proof, Queen of Cups, U.S. documents. Okay. So I guess it's documented. Okay. Or there is credible proof that there was quite a few abuse going on within this organization, and her name is on quite a few documentations, which is why she got off the bench and followed me from Lancaster all the way to Los Angeles County. Why are you following me? I don't even think in history any judge has ever got off the bench and followed somebody. That should have been a clear indication of parental abuse and harassment. But anyway, so I guess there's no need for me to continue. Looks like you're gone. You're out of here. That's great. No one has to worry about you being the big bad wolf anymore. I guess the children are safe now. The parents are safe. You're gone. Now, let's talk about Kristina. I'm going to get to you, Veronica. You're going to hate my guts, and I really don't give a fuck. You disrespected my seed, and you lied. You lied to your superiors, and you lied to me, and you lied to the motherfucking police. So, bitch, if anybody needs to be in jail, it needs to be your motherfucking ass for contempt and neglect. So, Kristina, we have Pisces, starseed, okay. Yeah, it says the psychic starseed holding a candlelight. They showed, my babies showed you that there wasn't some shit right, and that these motherfuckers was conspiring some evil shit. It's already been concluded, and you still acted like you didn't see nothing. You still didn't give my baby justice. Yeah. Vacate footsteps, letting go. Now you want to let this go. Now you're trying to say it's time to let it go. It's been time. Yeah, it says mother watching the land. You motherfucking right. And caught off guard. Now you caught off guard. Yeah, because I'm on your ass like white on rice. Yeah. You didn't realize I was a master ascendant, huh? Yeah, I'm sure. It probably was okay for you to disrespect me until you realized your ass was on the line, huh? Flooded in the psychic world. Yeah. Big hit. Retaliation, toxic. Yeah, I'm sure you were toxic. Why was she so toxic? Oh, because you were the devil's ally. Wow. Living arrangements in the clouds. You're just living on cloud nine. You just felt like you can do anything you want, disrespect who you want. We have Cancer here, and then 24 hours. Let me clarify that. What's at the bottom? Broken Heart, Three of Swords, website. Oh, you scared the 24 hours? I don't know if this is the police or Moody. In the clouds, Moody, lack of rewards, hiding information. You know. Hiding information, group calamity. Trash taking itself out. Now you all emotional and shit because the shit then you. I don't know what the fuck you thought. Why did she disrespect me? You're under investigation. It says always. You're always under investigation. It says for restitution, The brotherhood. Yeah, the police is after you. You feel like the police is watching you 24/7 now? You up under investigation? Yeah, group calamity. Yeah, lack of production. Now you don't even want your job no more, huh? You feel like it's a ticking time bomb for your ass to go to jail? You should be in jail. You didn't comply with me at all. You supposed to be working with me, not against me. You didn't do anything. You didn't take any effort, and you didn't care about my child. Yeah, it says now you tested it, now it's now your negligence is vindicated. I bet if yeah, you was talking and didn't know what you was talking about, gossiping, lying. Yeah, that shit came to a screeching halt, huh? We have you wrote some clerical error, you even wrote some disrespectful shit, you lied. Yeah, you transition lies on paper. Oh, okay. So you was in cahoots, huh? So did she do this to everybody? Risk management, slow down, moody. Yeah, it's real motherfucking moody now. No more fraud, you guys. No more fraud. Now, it's a little too late for that shit. Hold on. Let's get some real information on you. What you about at this organization? Who is she really behind the scenes? A hacker? Wow. So you hack into certain accounts? Human trafficking? Wow. Bingo. We got one. Yeah. So you evaluate certain accounts on who to take down. That's what it looked like. Under certain contingencies, you do commit fraud. Wow. Oh, so you thought I was a perfect specimen, huh? Wow. Yeah, it says omitted their duties, trying to rewrite and fix shit. Yeah, you're a real fraud. You hack into certain accounts and shit and try to rewrite shit. You know about the human trafficking. Or you saying that it's under the contingency, in order to work there, you have to commit fraud as well. You let me know. Fraud and human trafficking. Wow. So you lie and rewrite the reports. And you guys do have a history of that. So you know you lied. And you rewrite the social workers give you the reports and you rewrite it and submit it. Wow. It says the intent to bring health issues on a particular person or group. And we have commissioner. Oh, okay, so the commissioner told y'all they need them numbers up, so you're the person for the job to pretty much discredit families. Wow. Yeah, it says phishing, emails, pop-up messages, not responsible. So, you're a scammer. And then you act like you're not responsible for this. So you do a lot of hiding. Yeah, it says gains for money, black market. Oh, yeah, you're definitely involved with human trafficking. You know exactly what's going on. You're probably one of them Vatican family members. You know exactly what's going on. Yeah. Kristina Molchiviic. Made great contributions. Wow. Yeah. And then we have false documents. Of course, you made a lot of false documents. Wow. Yeah, you need to be in jail. You're a real fraud here. Organized crime. Wow. You organized it, huh? You're the hacker. And it says covering up corruption. Yeah. You need to be in jail. Yeah. Yeah. And I guess secretly, I guess you have a good, you hide very well undercover. That's all you do is hide. So you need to be in jail for human trafficking because you've been known about the bonuses they've been getting to steal children. You've been coercing that. I guess you get a bonus too when you get the social worker to do it. I guess you guys both get a bonus, and you guys get more money for kids that are doped up on psychotropic meds, and I guess you're just enjoying your life, huh? Wow. Okay, I'm done with you. Look like you need to be in jail. You need to be under investigation. Yeah, I guess you are under investigation now. Yeah, because you've been reported to the police, and because you jeopardized their motherfucking job and lied to them. So now I have to hem their ass up. So now, yeah, they probably gonna hem your ass up too. Because since you got their ass in trouble, everybody in trouble now. Okay? Good luck, bitch. Veronica. Let's see. Let me go ahead and make sure I shuffle this up good. I have no respect for frauds. I really don't. And just to know, I knew you were wicked, but I actually have an opportunity to see just how wicked you really are. Kristina, you don't deserve your job. Oh, it says voted for. They voted you in. Now you have a lien against you or something is unpaid, Kristina. They don't even want to pay you no more. Oh, I guess you voted out. They voted for you in. Now they want you out, huh? Now because your ass caught. They know you got a lot of information on these motherfuckers. You the one that organized the crime with the pedophiles. You know about the pedophile homes. Yeah, hold on. Let's ask that. Before we go. Kristina know about these pedophile homes? Let's get into it. Kristina know about these pedophile homes? It says cultivated, checkmate, in jail. Whoa! Check. You supposed to be in jail. You been cultivating. Hold on. Yeah. It says wiping data, bitch. You that bitch. Yeah, it says copy a data. Yeah, they need to get into that data and see what's going on. So yeah, you bitch. Yeah, you the one. They need to put your ass in jail. Yeah. Underground operation. Yeah. Yeah. It says physically rejected. You need to be fired because you're a liar. Yes, what's coming up? You're a liar. Money laundering. Okay, so they giving you big money for this. Put it in the system and wipe it. Okay. Omitted their duties, so you probably the one that's handing these referrals out to the social workers, and the social workers, you acting like you helping them. Then when the social worker get it, they end up putting a child into these pedophilia homes, and the social worker don't know. They, wow, okay, we're getting somewhere now. Yeah. Altcoin. So you're into okay, so the black market is paying you through them coins. We have altcoin, okay? It could be Bitcoin or crypto, but it looked like altcoin came out here. That's somebody paying you you probably got It says to compete. Yeah, you got a couple of people up there in that organization you're competing with. You're not who you say you are to the public. And you have excellent resolution skills that help the pedophilers stay, untouched. You have, to keep everything cool. And it says House of Representatives are inactive, CIA. They know about this and they're not doing anything. Wow. So we have pedophiles in the House of Representatives. So the House of Representatives are actually involved with the pedophilia business of DCFS. Stealing or stole money. Yeah. So it says again, you made great contributions. It says spying, utility commissions. I'll have to get to that. Utility commissions is spying. Somebody hates their job. United States Code, Title 15, annotated. So we have the codes. It says reward. Wow. Classified information. Maybe I need to be rewarded for this shit. Yeah, we have police. The police need to be involved. And it says guilty. So the police is involved. They didn't do a good job, and they're guilty as well. The police is also involved in this to hide and cover this up, which is why they've been sweeping this shit up under the rug when I reported to them the first time, which is why now they ass is up under the heat. We also have Sundar Pichai. How did you get in here? He's not supposed to be in this reading. When I read, I take their names out. And for some reason, he appeared in this deck. And nothing is by mistake. We have CEO Google, Sundar Pichai. You are involved in this as well. So, they're doing sex trafficking with Google. All of them black markets, Amazon, Google, all that shit. So Sundar Pichai is help wiping the Google. Oh, that's where that data on wiping. Right. Wow. Yeah, and then we have illegal use. Illegal use and under control of the senators. Okay, we got senators that's involved in this shit, this pedophilia business. We have stolen, tax fraud, refund. Okay, so someone has my daughter and is stealing tax money. So, yeah, so whoever claimed my daughter probably is the one who has her. Or is somebody stealing tax money? We have, you guys are involved in tax fraud with these children. If it's not mine, it is in regards to other children, the fraud regarding taxes and show the foster care system. We have also voter fraud, attempted murder or attempted to harm the Hierophant. Or the Hierophant is very dangerous. And voter fraud, stolen tax, senators. Hierophant, missed opportunity, voter fraud. Somebody got voted in and ain't supposed to be up in there is what I'm gathering. That's what's going on. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. I'm going to keep it moving though. Bye-bye. You're done. You need to be in jail, Christian. Kristina. Yeah, bye-bye. I hope they cuff your ass real tight. Never, never let go. Like a bad love song, bitch. All right, Veronica. So you lied to everybody when they asked you? It says fraud, forgery, and fraud. Yeah, you lied? Wow. We have NASA. Yeah, so you forged information. You forged your reports. Your reports are fraud. You lied and said you contacted me. You didn't. You act like you exhausted all means of contacting me. You didn't. We also have false documents, of course. So NASA, I got to find out why you out here. All right. Oh, it's saying maybe out of this world, false documents. Yeah, we have default. You lied by a default. Of course. So you've committed fraud as well. Mismanagement. You mismanaged your caseload. So you lied and said you checked up on the child and you didn't. You lied to everybody. And it says the attorney. You lied to the attorney. Wow. So are you conspiring with my attorney? Then we have claim. You claim you gave me the document. You claim you notified me or something. Then we have racism. Oh, it says racism by a default, so you're racist, bitch. You see, my son is an African-American young boy, and you decided you didn't give a fuck about him. Now that I know, you got to go. I will be following up with a complaint to have you removed. You're already under criminal investigation. I don't even know why you're still on this case. But I'm going to make sure your ass is bye-bye. We have code violations, so it looks like you're violating policies. You're not abiding by policies. And you hate your job. So you don't really care for your job. You're racist by a default. And then we have sanction. Yeah, look like LA County need to be under investigation. They need to be sanctioned. Let's go ahead and clarify this. Did you ever check on my child? Says there's a mix-up. We're going to find out. Or mixed messages. Yeah, you lied. It says transmuted energy, hovering. Oh, okay. Was Kristina hovering over you? Yeah, we have reformed. YouTube. Yeah, now because everybody watching y'all want to reform. That's what it is. Everybody watching the YouTube channel, so now you want to reform. Yeah, endless possibilities of getting hung up, huh? And going to jail. It say too late, bitch. You can't run. You wasn't listening. That's what it say. You wasn't listening. You was wearing rose-colored glasses. Wow. Didn't mind environmental destruction. It say video illuminated. Ace of Wands. So you seen a video that illuminated? Hold on, we got to find out what's in this video. Something was illuminated. I hope you didn't see my baby was in despair and you just kept rolling like it was okay. Oh, yes, it do. It say it was elevated and that my child was overworked and underpaid. Oh, really? So you knew my child looked like he was involved in sex trafficking. You didn't give a fuck, and it says you didn't need to follow up, and it says yes. Oh, okay. Then it says the occult, public occult class action presented 72 hours repossess. They told you to repossess. Yeah, it says Aries. Somebody was aggressively raping, hijacking, educated within legal grounds. And you were laughing? Oh. So we have a wicked motherfucker out here. Yeah, we have sex trafficking confirmed again, third party. So you knew. Hold on. Veronica knew? It say on the run. Don't run. It's too late for that. You knew? It says presented starting over. You knew. Yeah, you knew when you moved him, it was going to be another sex trafficking home, repossessed, ramming once again. Okay, manifested something wicked. Wow. So, wow. You knew that if you moved him, he would go into another sex trafficking home. You already knew something was strange. And so you decided to keep my son in the same home. Or you moved him and you lied. Because you telling me you didn't move him. He in the same home. That's so y'all can try to undercover adopt. That's fraud. So you either moved him or you didn't. Because it says you moved him into another home where he was still being sexually abused. Because that's what I found out when I did my investigation last year. And now we in February. You talking about you never moved him. So you lying or not? We have therapy a whole month, Hierophant exposed for months. So this sex therapy or what? Or therapy? Did he go to a therapist? Somebody, yeah, it say 10 of Wands. Alter free-handedly consented to sex. Wow. So for months, he was being used for sex traffic. He was being sexually exploited, and it was exposed by several people, several homes. He's been to several homes. So the homes had been altered free-handedly. Yeah, that's why Maxwell was in a car driving by the motherfucking home, because she picks them up and she delivers them. So if you don't fucking know, it's showing up again in the car. So it's consented. You consented. What's that at the bottom of the deck? In good hands. So yeah, it says orchestration. It's one big orchestration. Yeah. Contract. He survived entertainment. You got Leo. Yeah, Leo. I seen you in the other reading. You came up with the Sagittarius. So, bitch, you involved. And I need to find out who the fuck you is. Rihanna, you better get with the motherfucking police, because I'm about to make a big motherfucking deal. The industry know who this Leo is. Leo, business dealings, discovering online ritual. Okay, so when I gave you my YouTube channel, you seen that it was a Leo involved? Yeah, knocking motherfuckers off their pedestal, collaborating and shit. Yeah. Freeze. It looked like somebody, Leo needs to go to jail, you need to go to jail. It's a huge wipeout. You're negligent. You didn't give a fuck. You knew that they was raping children and you did nothing about it, I guess. You graduated and you went into this career and you realized that it's a bunch of fucking pedophiles involved and your boss is rewriting documents. You can't do shit about it, and that's probably why you hate your job. Okay. I guess you got the wrong motherfucking kid or the wrong parent, because it's a problem now. You probably want to ask to come up off this caseload, because it's a big problem. Modern day segregation. And it says confused. You confused as to why they decide to do this to my child? It says human trafficking confused. You still confused? I done gave you all the motherfucking answers. And you still confused? How is this happening up under your watch? How do I know? I don't know what you're confused about. Uncovering corruption. Confused. Oh, so you just now finding out. You was confused? You had no idea? Oh. We're going to find out. You seen the subtle signs, but you turned... Hold on. Didn't she see the subtle signs? Because that's what I seen. Yeah. Didn't she see subtle signs? We have 3 of Swords. Yeah, heartbreak. You see my son was heartbroken. The fuck? You ignored his heartbreak, bitch? Cancer. Hiding information under wrap. My son was very moody, bitch. You didn't see that he was very uncomfortable? It says great contract, great news. Fumbled, cultivated. You lying to my son, it's a good home and all that bullshit, and you see my baby got a broken heart and you still think it's okay, bitch. I'm done with you. Your ass need to go to jail too, because you don't know how to handle children, and you think a broken heart is normal, bitch. Your ass is out of here. Get the fuck off the caseload. Yeah. You're done. You're done. So this just about sums up the case. It's quite a few people that need to be in motherfucking jail right now. Everybody that motherfucking lied, from the motherfucking officer, Maribel Romero, that led to an illegal removal of 2 children, down to the social workers, all these motherfuckers that handle this caseload. All you bitches need to be in jail. I'm going to get with you, Rihanna, or you better get with me, because it's going to be a motherfucking showdown. Believe that.